I congratulate our Chief Secretary, our Secretary Transport, our Director Transport, our DGP, and all other colleagues for successfully organizing a whole very intensive road safety week. Let's all clap and thank them. In my view, road safety or road usage reflects the character, it reflects the character of that place. Two things reflect the character of a place. One is the road surface, second is the road user. Let me come to the road surface. The governance and administration is the better will the road be. Why? Because the road construction would be of higher quality. We spend a lot of money on the road construction, but what actually is spent on the road construction is reflected or goes into the road construction is reflected on the quality of the road. And if you go from state to state, place to place, the road quality of the road varies. It varies. You see the highway, you see the state highway, you see the road here, and you see a village road. The element of integrity is reflected in the road. And there's a lot of road safety attached to it. If the quality of the road engineering is good, there will be better road safety. But if the quality of the road is bad, it will impact on the road safety. So therefore, roads are reflective of the quality of the administration of a place. When you go to the Western countries, you see very good, clean, safe road. How many of you have seen that? How many of you have seen clean roads, broad roads, thick roads in the West? How many of you have seen it? Raise your hands. How many have seen it? Thank you. It reflects the seriousness in which they spend on the road. And also the way the Public Works Department or the road engineering spends on it. They do not compromise on it. They don't make money out of the road. Here, the biggest money making is coming out of road construction. And that is why road safety is compromised. Road safety, road construction is a very big source of revenue to people who would like to use the fund or, let's say, abuse the fund. Whereas it is so well used correctly for road safety in places where they want to. You see a good highway, it means all that money has gone into that road. So road safety and road construction is interlinked. Road engineering, called the 3 E's. 3 E's of road safety is, first of all, is engineering. If the engineering is good, there's road safety. But if the engineering is defective, you see sudden break. So therefore, if we have to observe, if we have to achieve road safety, engineering, road engineering is very, very vital. The second E along with it, like for instance, if you're going straight to the road, and there are cuts in the road all the time. The cuts. You have a road and there's a cut. You have a road, there's a cut. But if there is no cut and you go on and there's a very good engineering roundabout to come back, it reduces accidents. Whereas if you have a road and the cuts and the cuts and the cuts and you suddenly in between come, you will have lot of fatal accidents. So road engineering, road safety is not only dependent on the police regulation, it is a lot dependent on road engineering, for which we don't have engineers sitting here. You only have law enforcers here, managers here, but not engineers here. So road engineering has to be very vital part of road safety. It's like a double carriageway. When you drive, and if you have two roads coming, and if there is a central verge, you prevent accidents. But if you have no central verge, only one road going, one road, no central verge, the beams of the lights coming from the other side and my beams going on the other side has a blinding effect. You have lots of road accidents. Am I right? Am I right? So main point here is, even if you are a safe person, your road engineering is defective, it will lead to road accidents. So therefore, of no fault of the driver sometimes, you have real safety issues because of engineering. And I don't think, the point here is we've never worked together as road engineers, road educator, and road enforcer. So the second thing is education. The second E of road safety is education. First is engineering, E for engineering, E for, what did I say? Education. Education is very occasionally a part of road safety. But if it is an intensive part of our growth in our schools, in our colleges, then road education. What is education? But if you don't have a zebra crossing, where do you cross from? You get your driving license very weakly. Where is the road education about? So licensing policy and road education again go hand in hand. How seriousness. In the West, it is impossible almost to get a driving license. Here, it is so easily available that we can get quickly a license, and sometimes we can have more than one license. So our licensing policy and road safety is so interlinked in road safety. And the third E is enforcement. So 3 E's define road safety. One is engineering, second is education, and the third is enforcement. In the enforcement, traffic management is restricted to only regulation. It's not on a tight enforcement. We must raise the fear of, first of all, regulation. Second is enforcement. We must fine hugely in such a way that he does not do it again. But we are not afraid. I can pay 100 rupees all the time, 200 rupees all the time. But if I have fined 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, then I'll think twice before committing a violation. And therefore, our laws on enforcement are very lax and weak. They've been weak all the time. Earlier, you could not even find people on the spot. If I go back to my Deputy Commissioner of Police traffic days, many years ago, I remember we used to do a challan on paper for signal violation. And my police constable used to give a challan to the person. And that person used to tear it off. Say, here's your challan, take it. Take it. So I used to say 100 challans a day. And we used to have 100 challans for Motor Vehicle Act, whatever. Many of them used to tear it off and give it to the police constable. It made no difference because it had no effect. Paper challan had no effect. Then came the spot prosecution during that time, that you can collect, or there were mobile vans, mobile magistrate vans. You could fine and get the spot. It started to have an effect. But the challan money was very low. It was very low. With the result, it still wasn't effective.